So it's time to talk about my project. This laptop was a really old, more than 10 years old. I wanted to make a secondary screen. I didn't want to buy, I just wanted to experiment. And for there are projects where you can take the screen of an old laptop, attach an LCD controller, and make it work as a secondary screen. But I didn't want to use that, obviously. I had a different plan in hand. I wanted to use just the same mouse and keyboard on the same laptop and transfer it onto another screen. So basically it will happen and be used as a different screen itself. So what I did is like I stripped this laptop completely. It was already broken, but it's a good laptop. These were Acer Aspire series from beyond 10 years ago. The screen is really good, no damages, and every single part still works. So this was the motherboard, and I'm still using a 4 GB RAM. There's no upgrade. I could go for an upgrade later on. So what I have done is like I have gone ahead and used no hard disk. I might go for another one SSD if I find a cheaper one or a used SSD later on. So I plan to use a USB on the go for Windows. I was planning to put an Android system, but I couldn't find any freeware support for a mouse or keyboard. So what I did, Windows became the best choice. So I put Windows on 128 GB USB stick. You could go for 32 GB or less, but just to be safe, I put it on 128 because it's like more storage and it might compensate for the slowness. So this is I installed Windows to go on a USB, plugged it into the USB port, made all the connections. And for the time being, it's like outside only. I might reattach to the screen, make a separate support or a case behind, and basically this is it. So I'll boot it up and I'll let you know how it works. Another main reason to use this was like I didn't want to buy any extra parts. Like if you buy an extra LCD controller for the LCD, just it's better you do that. At least you'll have a VGA connection. But again, you need to buy extra parts with that. You have a power controller separately, and you need to splice up and give extra connection to the power. But I don't want to do. I want to run everything on the same adapter, reduce the power consumption. And since this is already the original parts of the laptop, so it will control it by itself. Plus I had the opportunity of using the mouse while it up. See, I'll show you. This is on a wireless connection. The mouse is on a wireless connection. bad. I have used another OS, Linux OS, also to boot this, and it performed really great. That's why I'm saying this laptop is great. So if I upgrade the RAM and the USB stick to an SSD, hopefully it should be running much faster because these upgrades are essential to make. Even if I don't go for a RAM upgrade and just upgrade to an SSD, maybe face some issues with the power shutdowns on the motherboard. Apart from that, this works great.